According to the Houston Chronicle, April 29th, there were 8 horses found swimming in a pasture that had been flooded by a torrential storm. Law enforcement officials that braved the storm waters eventually herded these horses to higher ground in a rescue boat. 8 of these officials were SPCA investigators. Later, the SPCA of Houston took these horses into their veterinary clinic and cared for them. The Houston Chronicle reported, "The animals have a good prognosis and the SPCA will care for them until they fully recover from the trauma." Today, I will be discussing the SPCA, why we need their help and their care for animals in our communities, and their successful attempts. Why do we need the SPCA? The SPCA stands for the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. According to the Hamilton Spectator, the SPCA runs shelters that take in stray animals and then are adopted out to new homes. In many of these shelters, they are run with volunteers and SPCA employees and veterinarians. According to Jeff Truesdale, all over the United States, people are giving up their pets. This is a problem which is very widespread and unreported. According to the Hamilton Spectator, there are 6 to 8 million animals admitted to shelters every year. Animals are picked up and often they have been neglected, abused, and malnourished. They are taken to the SPCA shelters very frightened and nervous, and they go out rehabilitated to secure loving homes. The problem of stray animals and unwanted pets is obviously a huge issue. That is why we need organizations like the SPCA. How does the SPCA help care for animals? According to the Hamilton Spectator, the SPCA runs animal shelters and outreach programs. According to the New Times Naturally, the SPCA has some of the best offers for spaying and neutering pets at a low cost. In some counties, the programs that offer no-cost spay and neutering for low-income people. The SPCA also assists in low-cost and no-cost vaccinations as well. According to the Houston Chronicle, the SPCA is best equipped to handle cases that involve animal welfare issues. The SPCA has emergency veterinarians that are well-trained to handle special cases. According to the Hamilton Spectator, the SPCA is a much-needed institution that has placed a multitude of animals in caring homes, not to mention the low-cost spaying and neutering efforts in almost all cities nationwide. The SPCA does so much good for the welfare of animals. They're a much-needed organization. What are some of the successful things the SPCA has done? According to the USA Today, the SPCA in Richmond is highly successful. In the brightly painted and skylighted animal shelter, cats stroll around in their playpens, and dogs have their creature comforts. The Richmond SPCA shelter even has a dog track and gymnasium for the animals. This is a new model of SPCA shelter that's being built now by the organization. According to the USA Today, San Francisco has pioneered a new SPCA shelter and veterinary clinic like this that has proved the system's effectiveness. The percentage of pets adopted out has increased 38% to 78% from 1989 to 2001, since the new system has been implemented. The Richmond SPCA says the effectiveness for the adoption rate is due to the animal's happier disposition. The Richmond SPCA also has a 24-hour helpline for new pet owners with 24-hour adoption staff available to counsel new pet owners. This was all gathered from USA Today. When coupled with the emergency care and supported spay and neutering programs, the SPCA programs and services provided help pet owners and animals. We need them, and they greatly need our support, so they can continue the mission of changing lives of those who depend on us, our animals. We are a patronage to this organization. In conclusion, today I've told you about the SPCA, why we need them, how they care for animals in our communities, and their successful efforts. I ask that you support the SPCA in their efforts to make the world a better place for animals and the lives of stray pets. Please help by volunteering, donating, or even adopting a pet from a local shelter. We owe it to our communities to support this organization for all the good they do. I will conclude with this that I gathered from USA Today. We give to things that move our hearts, and many of us care deeply about our animals. Support the SPCA and help to make a difference by bringing joy into the lives of animals and stray pets that need our care and support.